Hey guys, this is Act whatever 5 of The Witcher, or my third video of it, but the first two were so boring and pointless for me to talk over because it was talking to the characters about what you're supposed to do, so I didn't bother talking over them at all. That also saved me a lot of time, and it'll probably save me rendering time too. But that's not the issue. Now we are in Old Vizima during this is more or less a war zone. When you come down the stairs here, one of if you chose the neutral.
Shani told us about you.
No, I think if you chose any of the three paths, you have to escort these two back to the hospital at least. There's something late. There's stuff about this area depending on your alliance that will happen. So you'll talk to different people. Like you can get all the same quests and rewards. They are just named differently, and they're from different people. So for example, the armor quest that gives me Raven's armor, your third set, is given to me by Kalkstein. If you choose the elves, I think it's like the armor at their camp, and if you choose the humans, you go to like the local blacksmith or something. Now, at the moment, I kind of forgot where the hospital was, I think, but it's not too hard. Since I chose the neutral path, everybody is out to kill me, so I'm trying to avoid the least amount of fights as possible. You don't actually have to go and fight any of those people. You can run right past them. Although if you want to get into like the hospital or something, you gotta get rid of them, get rid of anybody in the surrounding area. Like when those red lines are still there, they won't let you enter any doors or anything like that. So clearly not a very difficult task, but there's more to do. The hospital here is run by Shani. If you forget who that is the short, red-haired girl with the green clothing that was a possible love interest. I chose to be with Triss, the witch, so Shani doesn't quite like you. She's very not condescending. She's very angry at girl. That's about it. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be talking about here. Well, I'm talking to fill the time. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the game for the most part. Except the only problem with this is I've only ever chosen the neutral path. I've never actually played through the other two sides because that requires you playing half the game, and I don't really feel like doing that, especially for like a 60 or 70 hour RPG that revolves around a lot of dialogue. So if you chose the other paths, they will be very similar. I can more or less guarantee that. Yeah, your allies are actually the city guards if you choose to be neutral. The Order of the Flaming Rose and the elves don't like you, but the regular guards you'd see in the city in the earlier chapters, they're actually on your side. Except they're not on the battlefield because this isn't their fight. Now, that guard in the hospital just warned you of some. He said it was the Striga that was causing the attack, but it's actually another mutant. Now, these things fight like witchers, like they use the same combat movements that Geralt do, but they're not very difficult. I'm trying to remember which. I don't quite remember which sword they're weak against. You'll probably see me use it. I think I might just use the steel sword. Yes, I am using the steel sword, but I don't quite remember which one is actually better against it. So, again, just like always, use the style based on their height mostly. Fast for human-sized creatures and strong for gargantuan creatures, like bigger than humans, and group for any amount more than 2. Kalkstein here, I think he gives you some formulas and papers about the Striga. Right. In the last couple of videos, if anyone will ever bother watching them, they probably have little purpose. But Ada has become a Striga again, and if you know anything about The Witcher or have at least seen the opening cutscene, you have to fight that thing again. The big purplish gorilla monster with red hair. I know that's not exactly the best description, but I'm trying to just there's a lot of stuff I have to remember for, in a bit, so I'm gonna be a little out of it, I guess might be the word, but whatever. I'll do what I can. I'm mostly trying to finish this. I want to finish this guide pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure you're talking to Kalkstein about where the Striga might be, and he says it is in the swamp cemetery, and you go there pretty soon, so you don't have to worry about like looking for the exit or anything. You go there. I think it's in 2 videos from this one. Let me check. Yes. In not the next video, but the one after that is when I leave the city for the swamp. Don't worry, you can come back to the city after you do some stuff in the swamp. I decide to do as much in the swamp as I possibly can before going back into the city, just to try and efficiently use my time recording and stuff like that. Now, after you kill the mutant and talk to Kalkstein, I did get a formula. It's for, I think, the mutagen used from the Striga. Right, you have the choice of killing the Striga or not. I decide to not choose it, to not kill it, sorry. But I'm not stopping you from doing it yourself, so I'm not sure how much any of these choices actually affect the game, but you can't like